Hey guys, welcome to video 3 in our home buying seminar. My name is Eric and I'm host with First Coast Heroes Real Estate. And in this video, I'm going to talk about choosing the right real estate agent for you. We're going to talk about the role of a real estate agent, any type of qualities you should look for, interviewing potential realtors, and then how you can get some referrals and some research done on the real estate agent that you are going to hire. So what does a real estate agent do? Why are we here? Why are we talking about it? Are they invaluable? So hopefully, if you're watching this video, I'm a realtor and I'm trying to provide you this information. So there's a level of expertise that you can expect from your real estate agent. They can guide you on different financing options that are available for your future investment. Any type of tools that may be available to find your homes. There's a lot of online tools like Zillow and Realtor.com, but is there anything else out there? How can they hear about homes that aren't listed, or maybe they are, but how do they have first access to them? They're going to help you through the whole process with the contract. The contract is extremely wordy. There's a ton of things in there, and you want to make sure that you are protected and make sure that the agent that you hire understands these protections that are afforded to you throughout the process. And you're going to want to talk to them and lean on them, and protect that future investment, right? So hey, I'm going to buy this house, but what happens if something happens and I need to rent it out or I need to sell it? What does that look like? Maybe they can help you provide an analysis for the area and for the future development in the area. They also have a level of negotiation skills. So they're going to be able to equip you with what you can ask for, how to get what you're looking for, and to really get the best deal possible for you. Things like, hey, do I need to actually offer list price? And if not, then where do I typically need to come in for that offer in order for my offer not to be offensive, but still to be considered? And then things that come up in inspections, like what happens if X, Y, and Z things come up in inspection? Can I negotiate them? How do I go about that? So they're going to be able to teach you all that information. And then lastly, they also are a great resource for local market information and knowledge. So hey, you see a community coming up, or is there, what's all this development that's going on? Can you tell me a little bit about that? Your local real estate agents should know that information, should know what's going on. So they're just going to be in it. They're your boots on the ground. They're seeing this stuff every day. And they can talk to you about your future investment. Hey, is this going to make a good rental? What kind of things are happening that will protect my investments? What kind of qualities can you look for? So you would definitely want to talk to them and see what their experience level is. Are they familiar with the area? Are they familiar with the different type of financing that you're looking at? Are they familiar with the house that you're trying to buy? So maybe you're trying to buy some land. Are they familiar with acreage and what that looks like? Maybe you're trying to buy a multifamily home, a duplex, a triplex, quadruplex. Do they know how to do those things? Maybe you can ask them the scenarios that they've experienced buying those different types of properties, or any scenarios that they've had that have gone wrong. You're like, man, what happens if this happens? What would you do in that situation? Other qualities you want to check out is their communication. How well do they communicate with you? Do they just respond to text messages? Are they good on the phone? Do they just reply back with emails? How often can you expect to hear from them? Or do they have a team that once you are working with them, then maybe you won't even hear from them anymore? So those are definitely questions you want to ask them. Hey, am I going to be talking to you? What happens if things go wrong? Who am I talking to? And go from there. And then you want to find out how responsive are they? Do they get back to you once a day, once a week, once a month? What is it that you need? You're the one that's hiring them. So if you have an expectation of communication preferences, please communicate that to them. And then find out if they're going to be able to return that. Because sometimes people really like a phone call every day. Hey, my house is on the market. What's going on? Some people are okay with just a weekly email or a weekly text. Some people, it really depends on your style and your preferences. Just make sure that the real estate agent that you're hiring can give you that information and respond to the way you like to be communicated with. Make sure that they're understanding your needs. Are they in here to help themselves? Are they here to help you? And then make sure they know that they are working for you. So if you hire me as your real estate agent, I work for you. I will do everything I can possible to make sure that the process is enjoyable and that you're protected, and then you get into your home that you're looking for. So now let's move on to interviewing potential agents. So what does that look like? So you definitely want to start preparing some research questions that you should ask them. So you can go online. There's a bunch of questions online hey, you should ask the real estate agent that you're potentially going to hire these X, Y, and Z questions. Those are great places to start. Maybe some questions you can ask them, what's your experience level? What areas do you serve? Do you have any references from any past clients? What's your availability as an agent? Let's maybe get into a little scenario role playing here. Like, what happens if we find a home but it has multiple offers? How are you going to handle that situation? What do you recommend me doing? And how do I get this home? And maybe give them an opportunity to talk and maybe brag about themselves a little bit. Like, what makes them different? So that way you can see the benefits that you're going to get from working with them. And then lastly, you're going to want to make sure that they are a good fit. So maybe I'm not your cup of tea. Maybe, this other person is. Perfectly fine, guys. Like, you want to make sure you're going to have a good relationship with them, and that they're working for you, they're communicating correctly, and then you guys are a good fit, because this is a long process. It can be very stressful. There's a lot of things that go into it, and so you want to make sure that the person that you're hiring matches your needs, fits your needs, and it's going to get you the right home for you. All right, let's move on to referrals and research. So a lot of times people already know realtors. Like, most of us already know anywhere between 3 and 5 realtors. It's like, man, I see them posting stuff online, or my buddy's always using them. So that might be a good place to start right there. So research those guys. But what happens if you're in an area you just don't know? You can go online, you can research them, look at their reviews, see what they're doing online on their social media, on their websites, and things like that. Kind of get a feel for their online presence. Because if they're marketing themselves extremely well, guess what else they're going to be marketing? The houses they're selling, the clients that they're working with. Maybe you have a specific home you're looking for, but they're networked extremely well. Maybe they can reach out to their database of realtor partners and other people they work with in the real estate industry, and they can get you that right home. So, all right, guys, so that pretty much brings us to the end of this with choosing your right real estate agent. So go ahead and start looking at potential agents that you can interview, set up those questions, and then find your right realtor. Hopefully that's us for you here in the Jacksonville area. Again, my name is Eric Enojes with First Coast Heroes Real Estate, and if you have any questions, or if you'd like to talk to me, please email me at hello@firstcoastheroes.com, or you can call me at 904-607-7202. That phone number is also text capable. All right, guys, we will see you in the next video 4.